Hey, yo, what's up? You know it is. It's the one and the only Professor L live in the LAB. And I'd like to welcome you guys back to another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks On. And yo, I need y'all to get in this classroom. I need you to get your lab coats, get them spiffy, make sure you were nice and sterile. And please tell them that nothing that you can't replace. Because, yo, we've got us a task on the board today. So come on, get up in here. Get up in here, take a seat. Front facing the board because Uchu Sentai Kyuranger, Space.34, mysterious masked warrior appears. See, here's the thing. This is going to be a little different than normal because I have something that I need to try to suss out. So I kind of want to get like the rest of the episode like quickly out the way. There were elves taken. Champ was wearing a Jushin Thunder Liger mask. There is an alternate Champ or something like that. Champ is going berserk. Aibo and the homeboy guard were going to keep the berserk secret. Oh, and by the way, the most important thing of the episode, Professor Anton was a scientist for dark matter. Oops. Forgot that. But that is what I want to talk about today. Because, see, that is where my head has been all this whole episode. And still trying to find out if I'm right on the bet that there will be some cluster Zord. Because right now, the Battle Orion ship is being used as a gun like I thought it would, like Decker Wing Robo. That they charge it up and all the Zords stand together. And then it charges the energy and then most things die. So, we don't know if Kyuranger is dead. I would highly doubt that it would take something like that to take Kyuranger out. So I'm not sure if he's completely off the table. But this whole episode, it's like I'm really interested like in this Professor Anton thing because it has interested me for a while because of the mystery behind it. Because let's take a look at the history of Champ the character. Professor Anton and how that relates to it and all the hints that have been dropped. I'm like, this episode brought up a lot of the stuff that we kind of probably didn't pay attention to because there was a lot of stuff that was said that I mentioned, but it's like, well, you know, you don't know if it's this, but it's good to have that confirmation. Like, Uncle Jesse sat up here and said, yo, Anton was running with them boys dark matter, but it don't explain why you killed him. It doesn't explain that, which I also honestly think that's my own death being faked. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because here is what we do know. Kyuranger and Akiyama have both been upgraded in the same lab where they found the fake champ, the Cow Super Duper Weapon version 0 or whatever they called it. So, Professor Anton is responsible for upgrading the Vice Shoguns, but when did that upgrade happen? When did that upgrade happen? Because it's like the show is not going to give that to you. It's like, this would also legitimately explain why dark matter is still alive, because, again, not Champ. Champ sat up here and told us in the backstory of what he learned is that Anton was sitting up here upgrading himself with bionics for years, and that's how he kept himself alive. So he was experimenting on himself with his own technology and built Champ. But that also doesn't explain how Champ ended up with the Oshi Timer either. But that's kind of easy to really explain because the show, you know, explains it in a way that, because this is a show about superheroes, that makes sense. Your justice burns bright. Yeah, you qualify enough. Oh, she killed Timer, and then put in work. So that explains that away. But if Champ was originally supposed to be this killing machine, what happened to Champ before Professor Anton died, allegedly, that ended up with the Champ that we know as one half of the Aibo squad? I don't know. Because, see, it could be, and this is just something else that was just on my mind, is that maybe Champ is like complete proof of you program one way, but you decide that that's not for me and I'm going to make a choice. Is that we see that the other androids in the show and fellow robots we have in the show with Raptor Bay and Balance, you know what I'm saying, that you know that they are independent beings, free to make their own choices. Why would Champ be any different? But you have to sit up here and question, now with him running around going berserk, is this a trap? You know what I'm saying? Because we got to the end of the episode, and the opening of the episode was Balance like, yo, I'm finna put the fam to sleep. I'm finna get little. I'm finna go into his head and find out where we going. So it's a lot of stuff at play here when it comes to the immediate goal of, yo, we finna topple Dark Matter, bruh. That's what we own right now. But you have to sit up here, and it's like, it ain't even y'all, because it's like, y'all listen to this, and this is just me just going through my process of just trying to really like understand like where the plot is going. Because again, like I said, I opened up this with just like a quick little sonic little recap of because I knew that I wanted to understand like where this show is going based off of the information we've been given. The show, I really don't think is just going to just ignore this Professor Anton stuff. But at the same time, I don't think this is a situation where Professor Anton is Dark Matter, that boy, a.k.a. Don Armage, my nigga. So I don't think that's the case here. I don't think it's one of those. But he probably one of them super high-ranking guys who the Kyuranger is probably going to end up fighting before this is over. He probably got some nasty super form that they gonna see, and it's like it's gonna be a nice little growth moment for the boy Champ, the boy Uncle Stinger, and you know, and Woof Woof, because he part of Ibo squad now. He part of keep Ibo from going berserk and drop kick a fool squad, and it's like I mentioned that earlier, but I'm glad I mentioned it now because I am just gonna say this: that's gonna backfire. That's gonna backfire bad. You know what I'm saying? Because if they would have just said, hey, yo, the boy Champ going dumb. Because what's gonna happen is, it's like, because this like, I watch Sentai so much. I know y'all sit up here and y'all used to the way that tropes work. You know this is going to backfire. It's going to be some crucial moment. And if it's not a crucial moment, it's gonna be when Champ and the Ibo squad sit up here and face Professor Anton, and it's gonna be he gonna press some button, and then Champ is gonna go dumb and murder everybody. Well, that's not going to exactly happen, but you understand what I mean. It's like you really have to understand and wonder. Is that my other question is, how long has Professor Anton been running with Dark Matter though? That is the thing you have to wonder, because to hop back to one of my other points there, because it's just on my mind right now, was Uncle Jesse killing Professor Anton a setup to ultimately lead Champ to becoming a Kyuranger? Like, that was some masterful plot, but it's like, you really, I don't know how much actual control one person has over their own fate to be, I'm going to be a Kyuranger, and to think that an event like Professor Anton taking an allegedly ultimate L would lead to Champ doing that for him to infiltrate and for that to be what it is. It's like we 34 episodes in at this point. If y'all really wanted to do like the invasion, do the it was me all along Austin thing, I really don't think you pull that now. It's that you could, and it's like it's probably going to happen because, again, you sitting up here and you introducing it. You are introducing it. You are introducing this unstable factor into the mix, and it's Champ. And you already know, like I just said, this is going to go sideways. Sideways in a way that we, as the viewer, can immediately see, but the ultimate consequence for not sharing that with the rest of the crew, because it's like, they got the battleship Orion. I kind of have a feeling that if they needed to repair the young boy Champ, they don't have to go all the way to Japanese Justin Old House to go do it. And by Japanese Justin Old House, I don't mean the Earth. I mean the Rebellion base. Because, see, you know, you have to keep up with these things. I'm for real, I'm sitting up here like trying to think of the logic within a children's show that is designed to sell toys. And I honestly sit up here and think that's why people get on this video and do not like what I have to say, because maybe I do think about this a little too much. But here's the thing, I am allowed to think about it a little too much because I decide that I'm going to watch this show, and when I get done watching said show, I'm going to get on the mic and say what it is that I have to say. So there you go. In other news, why I have this on my mind before we get back to who Professor Anton is and all this stuff that I have on my mind. Second episode in a row where not only it was straight to the intro, but the Q Timer dancing segment has been sped up for some reason. I don't get that. And then it's like, even though I don't watch like what's coming up next, I just tried to scroll to the end to see if they were trying to promote a movie or something. They weren't. So that's kind of strange, I guess. I don't know. It must be that Kyuranger got to put in so much work is that we got to go straight to the opening. Because it's like it used to be, you used to get those cold open. We were like, yo, I'm so-and-so. This is what happened previously. Da-da-da-da-da. Let's go do work. Lucky. And then go to work. Now it's, whoa, Kyuranger. And then it's like, and then this episode, it was Uncle Stinger sitting up here like, yo, I miss Aibo. I miss my Aibo, man. I feel lonely without my Aibo, without my Aibo to come out. Okay, alright, okay. Back to the point, alright. I am sitting up here, and I'm literally just, I'm just like in this mode of like, I am trying to like suss this out. Because again, let's go over the episode one more time, just to make sure it wasn't nothing that I missed. Champ walking around like Juice and Jungle, you know what I'm saying? Japanese wrestling is wonderful. Go get you a New Japan Wrestling account that's better than the WWE Network account. I can guarantee you that. I enjoy paying $10. I enjoy paying $10 and being able to watch old versions of the G1 Climax. Just anyway. So, we got Champ and not Champ. We learned that Professor Anton was working with them boys Dark Matter all along, and that Uncle Jesse was telling Uncle Stinger and the squadron the truth about what was up with Professor Anton. Kyuranger was shot with the giant super Kyuranger Buster Cannon, which they call the Orion Bazooka, because I don't want anyone to correct me. Is he dead? Because I can't tell. Because it's like you get hit with the dirt. You should have got hit with the dirt. I don't honestly think that. If I don't honestly think he dead. Because I'm like, I don't think that's it. Because I still honestly believe we still got a cluster Zord coming. The Kyuranger sitting up here pushing Q-timers on children, bro. If you really sit up here and believe there ain't gonna be no cluster Zord within the next 6 episodes, I have a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you, swear to God. You really can't tell me you got all these Zords and you want to sit up here and be legitimately honest and say they ain't finna have a cluster Zord. I'm sitting up here like when I first found out about the Space Orion, about the Space Orion ship, about how would you make a cluster Zord, bruh? Like I'm sitting up here trying to like visualize like you got all these moving parts. It's like the thing is the Zords in this show are like too many moving parts. You got one Zord that's a rocket ship with all the stuff from a rocket ship that make a Zord, and then the remainder of the stuff from the rocket ship sits up here and turns into like blasters and guns for the thing that combines all the Q Voyagers and the Q Timers. You got one that's a dragon, you got one we always had, and we got one that just sits up here and screams Orion all day long. So it's just like, okay. I don't see, with all those moving parts, how you can make a cluster Zord, but this show gonna make it work. This show gonna make it work. If there's any show that's gonna make giant cluster Zord work, it is Kyuranger. It is this show. Speaking of things that I haven't seen, why my boy Naga ain't up here using metal? Why? I'm like, it's like, cause I've been meaning to say that for a couple of episodes. While I'm sitting up here spitting freestyle real quick, why my boy Naga ain't using metal, dog? Like, I know he wasn't transformed in the episode, but I am just spouting random things that I remember that I wish I would have said. But I'm saying them now because we have the time to say them. So that's my question. If anybody in internet land got an answer for me about why the boy Naga keep going silver when he got metal power, then please let me know. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are they referencing Fist of the North Star? You didn't think I caught that? Thouda. The Southern Cross. Thouda. See, you should go play Fist of the North Star on PS2 or the arcade because you try to hit him with that. You try to hit him with that headbutt from Kenshiro. That don't work on me because that don't work on me in the anime or the manga, sir. No. Hotoku Gotoku is gonna be that crack rock. Pure, unadulterated crack rock. Crack rock. I'm just saying that because this is open forum right now. This is open mic, open forum. Hokotu Gakukotu is going to be crack rocks. You heard it here. You heard it here for like, I don't know how many times you might have heard that in your existence since we knew that existed. That's gonna be crack. I kind of want to play Fist of the North Star Muso too, because it's like it's kind of weird. Like with both games in like America and Europe, when it comes to the DLC, because there are pieces of DLC that are only in Europe that's supposed to be released in America, but because Koei Tecmo America doesn't care about you, the consumer, man, is what it is. That's the same reason why, you know, my copy of Dead or Alive Dimensions will never be complete, because y'all just have to flick a magic switch. But see, here's the truth. I don't know if there's a magic switch or not to be flipped. So I'm just saying that because I just want to, you know, put that out there. I just want to put that out there that, you know, it's like they've had opportunities to put work in. And plus they got Warriors of Orochi 3 Switch coming out. And I'm just like, what? Didn't that game start on the Nintendo Wii? Because I swear, that game, Warriors of Orochi 3 had a version on Wii U. And I'm just like, why y'all doing that again? I need to go play Warriors of Orochi Z. I keep forgetting to like buy that off eBay and play it. Not for the channel, just for the enjoyment of playing Warriors of Orochi Z, because it is a wonderful combination of 1 and 2 with bonus stuff that make it better than the 2 games separately, and it runs a little bit better on PS3. So there's also that. There was also somebody tried to start doing an English translation, but you can't find it no more, and it was like super rudimentary, so it wouldn't have been that much help, but it'd be nice to have it around. Well, what else is on my mind right now about random things related or not related to Kyuranger? I don't know. Here's what I do know. Here's what I do know and do understand. This champ going berserk thing is going to go sideways. I've said that like 4 times. But you already know. They setting that up. Why they sitting up here going to Thowder's house for? Like, Thowder don't want to be bothered with you. He's the king of the South. You thought T.I. was the king of the South? No, Thowder from Fist of the North Star is the king of the South, bruh. Just letting you know. You tell T.I. that I said that, and he can go fight Thowder from Fist of the North Star and get monsterly destroyed by a fictional anime character, but it's the truth, alright? Just letting you know what it is. Oh, man. See, this is why y'all should give me the microphone. I keep telling y'all to take the mic from me, but y'all don't listen. And this is what happens. T.I. versus Thowder in a match to the death. What T.I. gonna do against Thowder, dog? Like, T.I. can get everybody from Atlanta, and Thowder would murk everybody. He's Thowder from Fist of the North Star. Like, for real, though. Like, for real. You know? I don't know. That's it. Yeah, I'm being stupid now, but I'm as usual. I'm interested to see like the seas that land for Professor Anton through Champ. I want to see this come to an end. It's like this ain't something that they really need to keep as a plot thread, and I really honestly think that they ain't finna get straight to Thowder's house anytime soon. Because I really think because we at Space.34, right? And we are in the middle of October. A Sentai don't start no later than the middle of January, beginning of February. So they've got enough time to properly lay out the rest of the plot direction and like make it work and don't have to rush it. They got enough time between October and the middle of January, beginning of February to do whatever it is they got to do, because they got to rush into a Christmas episode and then they got to go course correct the plot and then finish out what's left. So I really think the show can do it. It's been doing it for the past 34 episodes. I don't see how this would be any damn different. But I know they can do it. I'm like, I enjoy the show because they put in this work. I'm like, if it wasn't an unenjoyable Sentai, I wouldn't watch it. But yet we are talking about it. And TI versus Thouser, games that I probably shouldn't be playing and stuff like that. But look, it's a wrap on all that. Thank you for indulging me. I appreciate that. Thank you for allowing me to rummage through my home headspace, because, again, let's be honest. These reviews are much less reviews and much less what's on my mind about this thing I just watched, which is about the same as a review, but given like how other people like review like Sentai and Toku in general, it's like I'm on a whole different way than everybody else. And I don't say that, you know what I'm saying, as some knock that y'all know. It's just that I appreciate media different than everybody else who does what I do. It's what it is. So with all of that being said, class is dismissed. Lab coats in your cubby holes. Make sure you are nice and spiffy on your way out. I don't want people thinking that we run a messy classroom here. Make sure that you're nice and sterile. And please do not touch anything you can't break or anything you can't replace, because we're working on a lot of stuff in the lab. Regardless, the one and the only Triple the G.O.D. I'd like to thank you guys for joining me for another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks on Uchu, Sentai, Kyuranger, Space.34, Mysterious Mask Warrior appears. Come on, get up out of here. Come on. Shoot. Beat it. Get out of here. Now, for real. Make a graceful and careful exit out of this laboratory. One more time, let me remind you who it is that I is. And if you haven't learned by now, understand I am the one and the only, the Triple the G.O.D. And I'd like to thank you once again for joining me for another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks on. And with that being said, Super Saiyan change!